Everybody, welcome to the DJ Force X podcast. On this week's episode, I have a very special guest. I have Emmy Mack from the band Redhook. Welcome, Emmy.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Absolutely my pleasure. Like I said before, thank you for doing this. Honestly, I recently heard your guys' new album, and I was like, I have to get you guys on the show. Finally, um,
Oh, yeah, finally. I know.
finally.
Oh, I'm so glad you dug the album. That's rad.
No, it's fantastic. I mean, I've been aware of you guys for a little while. I've had music sent to me before from the good people over here that help you promote your music. And yeah, no, I was just I've kind of always missed schedules with it, and you guys just come off tour in the UK as well, which is really kind of like, ugh. um,
I know, so close. And it's always so much fun trying to wrangle the time zones because
yeah,
Australia is such a funny one. Like,
yes, yeah. I've had a couple of Aussie bands on in the past couple of months, and it's always been like either they've stayed up seriously late or I've been up really early. And this is kind of a nice
yeah,
midway. This is like, it's middle of the day for me. It's kind of end of the day for you. So, it's kind of nice, but I always like to try and make it work with the time zones if I can. So, um,
for sure. We're
but
out
it,
here. We're doing it.
we are, and we're here today to talk about the new album called Mutation. It's out now, everyone. So everyone can just go stop this and go listen to the album because that's more important. Um, but it is a fantastic album. For those that haven't heard you guys before, can you give us a bit of an origin story?
Yeah, well, I guess well, we're Sydney based. Redhook kind of spawned from the ashes of my kind of like 80s hair metal band,
Okay.
which you which we've obviously come a long way because we don't really sound much like 80s hair metal.
Really? No, no.
Yeah. But yeah, we've just been we're an independent band. We've been just putting out music for about 5 years now and yeah, just ramping up. Sorry, got a
I'm
little bit
sorry.
of a it's Australian summer, so my allergies are going crazy.
Ah, fair enough.
Um, but yeah, we've just been like ramping things up and just released like our debut album last year and just followed it up with our second album this year.
Yeah, and it is a fantastic album. Like I said, anyone can go and listen to it now. It is available across all platforms. I've seen you've got some physical copies as well on your website. You got the
Yes, yeah, they're
vinyl.
really cool.
Yes, some of that vinyl I was very tempted, very tempted because I'm a big vinyl fan. So anyone that does anything kind of crazy, I really wanted the green slime.
Oh
That's
yeah,
sold out.
they sold out in like half an hour. It was crazy, but they're
Yeah,
so cool. Like I didn't even know that you could get vinyls like that. So like when we saw it, I was like, holy shit, this is the coolest thing ever.
yeah, no,
And
it
not
was.
to rub it in because you don't have one, but hopefully
Oh, I
we can
know.
get some more because they do
Yeah.
look sick.
Well, I will keep an eye out on your website if you do get any more. Because like I said, I'm a big vinyl fan and I'm always buying records when it comes to sort of physical products and sometimes CDs. If CDs are the only thing, then I'll buy a CD. But the turntables behind me are real, so they do get played.
Oh, amazing. That's so sick.
Um, yeah, I mean, tell us about this new album. I mean, you've got a couple of guests on it first and foremost. One of them, you got Lucas from Holding Absence guest on the record. How did that come about?
Yeah, so we wrote the song, well, I wrote the song Dr. Frankenstein with a male feature in mind. We wanted a male feature and we are just massive Holding Absence fans. Like the Noble Art of Self-Destruction just immediately became one of my favorite albums. And
Yeah,
Lucas he's just a freak of nature, man. He's just insane. And so he was like number one, like I like not even joking, like number one on everyone's list that we wanted on this song. And so we just asked the question and um sent him the song. And then when he came back and said he loved it and that he wanted to be involved, we were just
oh,
like
nice.
we're like it was so excited and unsurprisingly he absolutely fucking crushed it.
Yeah,
Like my God, that man's voice is just so incredible.
it is really good. I saw Holding Absence earlier this year. They were supporting Pierce the Veil at
Oh hell yes.
and yeah, I mean, I've been aware of them for ages. Like I said, I get sent their music. I know the guys. He's currently fronting Funeral for a Friend as well, which is a huge band from back when I was
Yes.
in that circuit, if you will. And
Yeah.
his voice was amazing. I was like, it's the first time I saw Holding Absence live, I think. If I'm
Mm.
truthful, because I'd heard them on record and very good. But live, I had not seen them, but this was like a good sort of chance. And my little girl I took with me to see Pierce the Veil, she absolutely adores them now. Like she hadn't heard of them before.
Oh, I love that.
Like she wanted to see
What a
Pierce the Veil.
lineup. Here's the veil and holding absence together. That's
Yeah. And
incredible.
who was opening? Is it Dayseeker? I think Dayseeker were opening.
Oh my God. You guys get the best tours, man.
You,
That's so
you say that.
sick.
You say that. I see some of those Australian ones, and I'm or even the American one's always going to be good. But yeah, no, it
Oh
was a
yeah.
fantastic show, and yeah, he's a great front man. Because like I said, it was the first time I
It's
seen him
incredible.
like, and he had the crowd in his hand, which is one thing you can kind of get as a front person, and just sort of like yeah, being what's it, energetic, I think the word is. I know he likes to kick
Yes.
and things, but yeah, no,
Yeah, the high kicks.
a high kick.
So good.
Because the first time I saw them, it was the only thing that really stuck with me for a little bit. So he really likes to kick. But no, it was very good. It was very good.
He's a kicker.
He's a kicker. He's a kicker. You've got a couple of other guests on the album as well. Not to give Lucas
Yes.
the whole spotlight on this. You had Varna on a track called Hex, which
Mhm.
I believe you
Yep.
released recently a video for. And
Yeah.
you also had Alpha Wolf as well.
Yes. Yeah.
How did
I think it's a very good spread, a very good spread of
yeah.
features.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean the whole album, I'm looking at the I've got the track listing written down in front of me here and highlighted a couple of tracks that I really like. Like the Pyromaniac when you opened it
Hmm.
was great. Bomb.com, love that. I think that was the latest single that you guys
Yeah.
released. Um
Yeah. It's a fun one.
yeah, I mean the whole album, like there was like again, it's been great recently. I've had these albums which I haven't skipped any songs. And yours is one of those. Like
Oh,
which
yes.
yeah, which
No
is like
skippies.
exactly. And it's one of those things where like I've had it in some albums where I'll just like if I hear the song I'll go for it again. Oh, I don't need to hear that again. Don't need to hear that again. This one I had it
Yeah.
on like a fair few times and no skips. No skips at all.
Oh,
And
that is such a great compliment. I'm so happy because
and
that's I guess that's what we aim. We aim for no filler.
yes. Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good because a lot of people will just go for like make a couple of singles and then just fill the album with other songs that may or may not be their favorites.
Yeah.
But
We have the opposite problem. We write like I love all the songs and then I want to release too many singles because I'm like, but this one has to be a single. I want this one to be a single.
no, it's good. I mean, like, especially if you've got like a like concept for videos and stuff like that, and like for all of the songs, you've got this story, you've got this like image, you've got this whatever with it, and it
Yeah.
really works. And you want to release everything, and there are a lot of people that will do that. They'll release every track off an album, bar maybe one or two, and then you'll get the album, or vice versa. You just do that just so they can present their songs in the way that they want them to. Um,
Yeah, 100%. And also I feel like I don't know, people's attention spans is so short nowadays, and like myself included. So
mm,
once the album's out, it's kind of like, the album cycle now is kind of like before the album
yeah.
comes out. Like I feel like pretty much as soon as the album's out, like the cycle's over, and it's like it's not, it's completely different to how it was like back in the day, before I was in the music industry. So it's kind of like you might as well milk it for like if you believe in the songs, like
Yeah.
you might as well like make the most out of it because albums are fucking expensive, man.
They
Like a
are.
lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money. So, you want to give it the best chance you
Oh,
possibly can to resonate.
totally, and you're right with the way that the industry is working. It is kind of backwards, in that respect. Like
Oh yeah.
I remember, like before I've released albums in the past, and it's like 4 or 5 months beforehand, you're ramping up with all the album stuff. You've got a couple of singles, maybe a video, and then after that, you're touring. You're off. That's
Yeah,
it's like a
literally.
springboard. Now, a lot of people are doing that tour to build up to the album release, and then letting the album
Yeah,
release, and then kind of I don't know, sometimes doing stuff after it, but they've kind of already done all that stuff.
totally. And then people are like, and couple of I don't know, weeks, months after the album, I feel like fans are like, cool, what's next?
Yeah.
It's like,
When's the next
oh,
one?
Yeah, shit.
And it used to be back in the day when like when they did ask that question, it's like, oh, we've written like 20 songs and we've picked the 10 for them. We got it for the next one. And now it's like, no, we're just literally writing, recording, releasing, writing, recording, releasing.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
and it is that, it's that attention, like, and like I said, I suffer from it as well in that respect of like, sometimes things will take my fancy for a day and then disappear.
Oh
Whereas,
yeah, it's the spicy brain. It's
yeah,
like you're like,
yeah,
ooh, and then you're like, oh, next thing.
yeah. Next thing, what's the next thing? What's that? Oh, there's a squirrel. But
Yeah,
it's kind of
that dog
like,
has a puppy tail.
yeah, it does. Brilliant. I love that. A Simpsons quote. I love you. Thank you. Um, but yeah, no, I like this album, like I said, it's had my attention. It's got my attention. I've had the stream link for a little while now, and it's just sort of like having it on. Then I've had it on my playlists on my streaming of choice platform. Um, and and because there are many, and I
hmm
I work for one of the companies that have one. I don't work for that
Ah,
company, but I work for the company that, so I can't really sort of,
we can't name names.
not really, no, not without me getting in trouble somehow. But but anyway, it's not the one that's not paying anyone. So it's the other one. But and they still don't pay very much. But anyway,
What
but
one of those?
yeah, one of those. And it's no, like I said, the album is fantastic. Like it has that hold, and it's so like musically diverse as well. So you've kind of got a kind of new metal. I say new metal because it's that very much that sound of that kind of um
Yeah,
chuggy riff, like funky beats, stuff like that. And then you kind of got like this
totally.
like sort of pop sentimentality with it as well. There's a couple of songs that kind of that brush into sort of some of that. I don't know what the subgenre of those pop songs are, but of sort of like mainstream, sort of sounds to it, but you've kept it kind of heavy, you've kept it rocky, you've kept it on a sort of party level as well, like Hot Tub, for instance. Like that track,
Yeah.
it screams like so many different like kind of um like pop songs, if you will, or certain artists and stuff like that, but it has that kind of like the double entendre side to it where you kind of felt there's a lot
Yeah.
going on in there. And
There's a lot going on.
I'll let people go listen to it because it's a fun track. I'm not gonna lie, and it's a great party track as well. How have you found these tracks live? Because obviously, like I said, you just come off tour with Dream State
hmm
in the UK specifically, and
Yep.
I'm fortunate to miss you. I was incapacitated. I was going to go to the Dream State show, so I would have seen you. But
Oh,
I had a
it
medical issue
was,
with my back, so I've been unable
oh,
to
you
go to
poor
shows.
thing.
But
You poor thing. That
it
sucks.
does, it
Are
does.
you
But
better? Are you on the mend now?
I am on the mend now. I'm having I had physio an hour before this. In fact, I had acupuncture,
Oh
so
my gosh.
I've been
Wow.
I've been laying on a table face down with someone putting needles in my back,
Well,
and doing
okay, well,
therapy.
my aim is going to make this chat at least less painful then
Okay, cool. No,
for
that's
you.
good. That's all good. Um, but yeah, no, like, how has the tour been? How have people been reacting to the new music and everything?
It's been insane. And like I was sick as a fucking dog on especially on the UK leg of the tour.
Hmm,
So and it was yeah, I had like fever and chills and I was sweating and like had a head full of mucus. But I saw a lovely doctor in the UK who gave me lots of medication.
nice.
So I powered through and yeah, every single night, even though I kind of felt like I was dying for a few of the shows, I was so glad that like I soldiered on and stuff. That even though the worst like this is so gross, but like because I move a lot on stage. Like
Yeah,
I'm very chaotic and like I'll like when I was doing these ones, just like if I turn really quickly, I had to be careful that like I didn't like launch a snot rocket like across the stage. It was that level. It was so gross. But but yeah, like it was so rewarding. Like every single show, just seeing it's just crazy. Just being on the other side of the world and just seeing how many people were there to see us
yeah,
and who knew the songs and were singing along, even the new ones. Like it was crazy. It was so rewarding. And also of course touring with Dream State, who are just like just such incredible musicians and just incredible people. The vibes were just so good. So yeah, it was awesome. we had so much fun,
Excellent, excellent. And what sort of what
despite the snot rockets.
despite the snot rockets, it's all right. We'll forgive you. The
Yeah,
UK, some places you get like a dodgy stomach. Some places you get like, you get stupidly cold or whatever. In England, you just get a cold and it just sticks
yeah.
with you for a little while. But obviously you're feeling all right now, bar the allergies, but you're okay.
But the allergies, I know. If anybody's watching this, this is like I'm kind of doing this because my left eye has just been like leaking. So
Yeah, no,
I'm
it's all right. It's all right.
sniffling. Sorry, don't look at me.
Yeah,
All
no.
right, so I'm wearing a hat.
Yeah, I was
But,
saying,
but
the
yeah,
sparkles
anyway.
on the hat are distracting from it, so you're all right. You're all right.
Yes,
Um,
watch the sparkles.
yes, yes. So what, like I say, well, what's next for Redhook? What's the next step?
Well, we've got lots of fun touring plans to kick off next year, and I'm very excited to say I know we're going to be announcing this officially very soon. So I'm just going to tell you because I don't
Yeah,
care.
okay,
We're
excellent.
we're going to be coming back, and we're doing. I'm giving you the scoop. We're going to be doing our first ever headline tour
Oh,
of the
nice.
UK and Europe. First half of next year. So I'm very, very nervous, but also very excited about that.
Fantastic, fantastic. And
Yeah.
what time of year is that going to be again? Sorry,
So it'll be towards I think it's going to be around May
around
at
May.
this point. It's looking like around May,
Okay.
which I'm happy about because that means it's going to start getting warmer, right?
Yeah,
In your part of the world, so I can fuck off winter in Australia and like
yeah.
come to the
It'll be
UK.
it'll probably be the same temperature, but it'll be kind of people in shorts and shirts here. Uh,
Yeah, true.
but yeah, no, May, June, yeah, that sort of time, it's going to start to warm up here. And thankfully, yeah, not as cold as it is right now. Um, which is
I
awesome.
was freezing. I was freezing my nips off when, when we were over there.
I was going to say it was probably
It's
chilly
so
when you were
cold.
over here as well. But yeah, no, I mean, I mean, that's great. I mean, like that gives me a chance to come see you guys as well. So um,
Yes, absolutely.
it will
Absolutely.
be,
You just let us know when you want to come and we'll Dories.
yeah,
Check you on the door.
yeah, no, that sounds good to me. Um, but yeah, no, because I'm kind of in between a bunch of cities, so I can travel to most cities, which is good. Um,
Nice.
but that's fantastic. I mean, thank you for letting us know that as well, and we're very much look forward to that official announcement when it
Yes.
comes through, and see what venues you are playing in that respect as well. So hopefully you'll be hitting a couple of local ones to me, but local to everyone else that is kind of in and around because you are traveling all the way from Australia to play to
Hmm.
us. So hopefully
Got to
people.
make the most of it. Yeah.
Totally,
Hopefully visit
totally.
as many cities as we can.
And if anyone complains you're not visiting their city, tell them to travel a little, couple of miles, because
Yeah,
you're
come
traveling
on.
thousands of miles to come to us. So you might get that. I doubt you'll get
Right.
that. There will be people excited to see you. I know there's a couple of people at I DJ rock clubs over here in the UK,
Oh, hell yeah.
and I've played a couple of your tracks over the past sort of 3 4 months that I've been sent and stuff like
Oh,
that. And there have been people asking who this is, and when I publish my playlists or whatever, they've picked up on it, and one of them picked up on the album that came out obviously last week, and was
oh,
very very happy with
Barnaby.
that. So it's just sort of keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep playing the
You
stuff.
bloody legend. Yeah, bloody spreading the good word on the other side of the world. We love that. Thank you
Excellent.
so much.
Well, I've got a couple of questions left for you, and I can let you get on with the rest of your night because I know it's almost 9 o'clock there, isn't it? I think. Am I right? Yeah, it's coming up to
It's almost I think it's almost 11 o'clock
7. Oh,
p.m.
oh
here.
yeah, sorry, you're in Sydney.
But that's all right. I'm a night owl, so it's
Okay,
fine.
cool. Yeah, no, I had who did I have on the show? Make Them Suffer,
Oh
and it,
yeah,
and it must have been
right.
about 2 or 3 in the morning over there. Um,
Oh my
at the work.
God.
And then I had who else did I have? Australian band. There's another one. Oh, it was New Zealand band. Devil Skin, I think called.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I know Devil Skin. That's like
and
I played with them in my old 80s inspired metal band.
nice, excellent, nice bit.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They are,
They're
and
little
they're like
little
12,
trivia.
12 hours or so ahead. And it was just like, I think I was up at like 7 a.m. in the morning to do it. Anyway, it
Oh
was
my gosh.
it was crazy, but I
The
don't mind getting
lengths
up.
we go to.
I know for doing these things, but it's all about spreading the good word of music and getting people to find
Mm.
out about you guys or find out a little bit more about you if they've already found your music and they just want to hear the interview. But like I said, I've got a couple of questions left for you,
All
if
right,
that's all
hit
right.
me.
Cool. So what I want to find out from you are your three most pivotal albums in your life. So not necessarily your favorite albums,
Ooh,
but the one, the one that made you want to
yes.
be a singer, the one that made you want to be in an 80s band, anything like that. What
All
would
right.
pinpoint any of those albums?
Yes. Yes. All right. It's gonna have to be Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction.
Nice.
That
Yeah.
was the
Good one.
OG. That was what made me decide I wanted to be in a band.
Nice.
Um, Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, and I'm kind of tied on the third one with two very, very different albums.
Okay.
Um, they're very, very different. Either I think I'm gonna have to say My Chemical Romance, Welcome to the Black Parade.
Okay. Yep.
I think I'm gonna have to say that, but I was tossing up with um Audio Slave's self-titled album because
Okay.
that just
Yeah.
I'll probably listen to that album more than any other album ever.
That's
It
fair.
just
That's fair.
fucking it's so good.
It is a very
And
good
Chris
album.
Cornell was just yeah, it's such a good album. And Chris Cornell, I mean, originally when I was like yeah, he was probably one of my biggest inspirations as a vocalist.
Nice.
And on that album in particular, more so than Soundgarden. But I think just like the little emo in me, I think we have to go with My Chem.
That's
They're
fair.
just so I just love the theatricality of their music.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that that's something that's really, really influenced me as a performer and as a songwriter.
Yeah. No, that's definitely I mean, there's all I'm gonna say all four of those albums, absolute solid. I mean GNR Appetite, that
Yeah.
is my god tier, one of my god tier albums. It was one of the bands
Oh,
that made me want to do go into the music, like made me want to
oh, there
perform.
you go. Yeah.
I was there as a sort of 7, 8 year old screaming along to Axel, and attempting to hit
Yeah.
those high notes, which I couldn't. You can hear my voice now; it's quite low.
Oh my God.
You know,
Seriously.
but
I was trying to hit those high notes in my first band. I was always like,
yeah,
like she would just do it like wearing leather pants and like
yeah, I think
teasing
that
my
was the
hair. But
trick, wasn't it? It was just like just wearing
that
real
was
tight
it.
pants.
We just
Um,
wear really tight pants.
run around a lot, and yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the
that's
rest of it.
sick. Yeah. It's
But
such a killer album. I've
yeah,
listened to it so many times. I haven't, when you've listened to something so many times, you go for a few years without listening to it because you've listened to it to death. But I think I'm coming around. I'm going to cycle back around soon. I'll probably be
nice,
blasting
nice.
it.
I think it's due an anniversary of some kind anyway, isn't it? I think coming up, but it's yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely down. I'm so glad they kind of partially got back together as well. So
Yeah. And they're sick. Like they're so sick.
yeah, no, it's one
Oh,
of the things that surprised me a little bit. They've kind of, I mean, yes, they're older. Yes, Axel's voice may not be as strong, but it's still, I think he learned a lot when he was in AC/DC, like, and I think
yeah,
that's
for
what really
sure.
spurred the reunion because I think it taught him a little bit of discipline and probably worth of having those people around him to
Yeah, for sure.
if new music comes
And
out
like,
better. So
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Really, I'm such a frother when they brought that reunion tour to the Guns N' Roses one to
yeah.
Australia for the first time. Like, it's the first and only time I've ever followed a band around and gone to like multiple shows in
Well,
multiple cities. I did
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, he did
I
the
did
thing.
it.
Yeah.
I did it. Went to
I
three.
wish I could have done that.
Gave it. Gave him so much money.
Yeah, yeah. But if
No
you enjoyed
regrets.
yourself, it's like a holiday. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's going to Disney, the same park every day kind of thing. But, it's that sort of thing. Um, but yeah, Hybrid Theory, again, that was a gateway band for a lot of people. Especially like, I mean, they're very more relevant now as well with their new album and everything that they brought out. But yeah, I mean,
Mm.
Hybrid Theory at the time, I was a bit too cool for school back then, and it was a bit. This is not what I'm into. But I've said this before on the show. I've appreciated it more over the years, and being a DJ, like people always ask for tracks off that album, and
Oh yeah.
bound
Oh
to
yeah.
they're bound to
The
stick in your head after a little while. And I found it like,
Hmm.
because my sort of like genre of passion is new metal, and I was a scratch DJ
Yes.
in a rock band. So any bands with scratch DJs,
Oh,
like,
sick.
um,
Like this, like Limp Bizkit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And any bands with DJs, so Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, Deftones,
Yep.
Slipknot, all those lot, are all sort of very much close to my heart and very like, because they've got that element in there. And I used to fight tooth and nail to justify my part in the music industry, in the metal industry. When I was younger, I was very, very a lot. I'm not wasn't as calm as I am now. Um,
Ah, had some rage,
yeah, I
had
had
to
to
point you
rage, had to
through.
make people understand what I was doing and being, and then eventually I just stopped caring.
Yeah,
It's that I think that was the turning point where it was like, yeah, it doesn't matter now.
nice.
I can
You know
justify.
what? Fuck you. I
Yeah,
just do what I
exactly,
want.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, you don't
Um,
need to justify yourself to anyone, Barnaby.
no,
Fuck anyone who doesn't get it.
no, exactly. And I wish someone told me that back then. Um,
Yeah.
um, MCR again, like Black Parade album is going to go down in, or already has down in history as a like a theatrical, like you say, theatrical like rock
Like a
opera.
rock opera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Um,
that.
and it all kind of got there. I mean, they've written. I always like liken the Black Parade to like people hate me for this, but Bohemian Rhapsody. They've kind of written their Bohemian Rhapsody.
I could see that, and I think like, I mean, I've never read an interview like where
Mm.
Gerard Way has said this, but I'd be very surprised if there wasn't at least some kind of Queen influence in My
Yeah,
Chemical Romance's songwriting.
definitely, definitely, because they could
Like,
have just,
yeah,
because the emo scene at that point wasn't. It was kind of getting stale, if you will. There's a lot of bands doing the same
yeah,
thing, and then they come out and do this, and they had a whole obviously image or art with it. And obviously Gerard
hmm,
being comic book writer as well, that helps because
yeah.
that has that imagination for the actual art of it. And yeah, I mean at the time it was like a lot of people were like, what's this? What's this? But now you play that track in a club, you play a track on the radio, people go crazy, because they're
Oh, you all you need to do is hear the first note, like the
yeah,
very first note,
and
and
that
everyone's just like,
triggers. Yeah, that triggers a
yeah,
whole generation of like,
that's
what is that?
so, it's so powerful. It's so powerful.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
Crazy.
incredible. It's just that band was just like exploding with creativity, which
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what they do next. I know they're touring again. And
Mm.
maybe something new will come out of it as well. But we'll see. We'll see. See what they've
Yeah, watch this
doing.
space. Watch this
Yeah.
space.
And Audio Slave already talked about Audio Slave. Fantastic album. Chris
Mm.
Cornell, fantastic vocalist. And
Mm.
Rage Against the Machine back with Tom Morello. I mean,
Oh man,
it was like one of those things like Rage Against the Machine and Soundgarden, and then they put it together and it worked. It works so well. Like it.
oh, it just works so well. Like that riff from Cochise, like
Yeah,
I cannot hear that and just not like stank face, just like
yeah, yeah.
like
Totally,
oh,
totally. You gotta have
it's
that, like,
so good.
yes, yeah, yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. um, but finally, finally, Emmy, what are your hobbies away from music? So when you're not doing stuff with Redhook and all that kind of
Ooh.
stuff, what do you get up to?
Um, like I'm a massive geek and like Redhook like rules a lot of my life, but when I'm not doing Redhook, I like work in radio, so that's also kind of like music industry
Yeah.
adjacent. Outside of music, I'm just a big old nerd and I just like to watch like movies and
Okay.
like horror movies and just switch my brain off and just like enjoy like good content. I'm a big like just cool like TV shows and stuff. I know that's like really lame, but I'm also like outdoorsy. I like to go on adventures and like go
Yeah.
hiking, like canyoning and rock climbing and stuff like that when I get time. But
Excellent.
there's no like I don't have like one crazy like specific hobby outside of music. I just yeah, just normal stuff. Just
That's all good.
drinking with my friends.
Yeah. But that's all good. I mean, nothing wrong with movies and stuff and all that kind of thing. I used to work in radio as well. I was with a station
Mhm.
here called Total Rock for
Oh,
about 10
sick.
years.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, I still love doing that. And you know, I watch a shit ton of movies as well, to be honest with you. I mean,
Oh,
Halloween's
yeah.
on, so it was Halloween season. It was just horror movies constantly. Ones I like,
Horror season.
yeah. And then now Christmas has come up and kids, they want Christmas movies now. So we started that yesterday. So,
Yeah. What are your go-to Christmas movies?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Classic.
Yep, absolute classic. I do enjoy Deck the Halls. We watched that yesterday, which is Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick. Uh,
Oh, far out. I don't know if I've seen that one. Or if I
yes.
have, maybe I haven't. Is it new?
Uh,
Maybe it was like one.
no, it was made about 15 years ago, I think. Uh,
Ah, okay. All right.
it's worth checking out. It's funny. It's a
Okay. All
comedy.
right.
Um,
I'll check it out.
and what's that? Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Oh, Scrooge. Scrooge is a classic.
Yeah.
Scrooge is a classic. My go-tos like every year are Home Alone 1 and 2, both
Yep.
of them. Um, obviously Die Hard.
Oh, obviously.
And
Sorry, everyone. I
obviously, yeah, you forgot about Die Hard. It's all right. I've got your back.
thank you.
Um, but the other one, which is controversial, is like I class Batman Returns as a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Um, it's very Christmassy,
It is.
and I feel in the Christmas spirit when I watch it. Also, Gremlins Christmas
Yep.
movie.
Gremlins. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
classic one. I think they're the main. I think they're the main ones. They're
Nice.
the main ones for me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I love Gremlins. That's a great movie, and Gremlins 2 actually is not too bad. But yeah, like, yeah, there's a lot there. But Die Hard, yes,
It's
my advent
lit.
calendar is literally
Yeah.
Hans
It's like,
falling from Nakatomi Plaza every day.
oh, that's so
So
sick.
that is my advent calendar. So I should
I'm
have kept that.
jealous.
I'm so good. I forgot totally.
That's incredible.
Even Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie, so it's crazy. Um,
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
Die Hard Marathon. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the rest of my day today. Actually, relaxing after this physio. Um,
Yeah, amazing.
um, but Emmy, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Good luck with the album. Obviously, it's out now, everyone. It's called Mutation. It's out on
Mhm.
Adventure Cat Records, I believe. But you can buy the physical product from your website. But you can stream it everywhere else in the world if you can't get the physical product. Obviously, stream it multiple times. They could.
On whichever playlist that we will not name that you stream your tunes on,
Yes,
it's there.
exactly. You guys can whatever you subscribe to. Um,
Mhm.
you get that music in you. But obviously, do you have music up on like Bandcamp and stuff like that as well, or is it more
I should
label?
check that. I think we do. No, I think we do. I
Okay,
think the
cool.
album's on Bandcamp.
Okay,
If
cool.
it's not, I will put it there right as soon as I get
I was
off
going to say because some people I got
this.
people that do buy like if they can't get the CD, they can't get the vinyl, they will buy
Yeah.
the MP3s rather than streaming them. So
Yeah. Well, we
gives people
had
an
digital
option.
downloads. I'm pretty sure they went
Yeah,
through
I'll say.
Bandcamp. I should know this, but it's one of the only things that I don't.
All
It's
right,
not
that's all right. People
my
can go
jurisdiction, but I'll check.
people can go find it. They can use their search engines and see where they can get
Yeah.
it, but
You
not
guys
on
got
any of
this.
those illegal sites where they get it for free. No,
No,
pay for
none
the
of
music.
those. I don't think anyone would care enough about our album to put it on one of those.
Don't say that. Um, but like I said, thank you very much. Yeah, have a good rest of your night, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys next year.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Barnaby. And yeah, we'll catch you yeah, we'll
Yeah,
hopefully catch you in a few months. Knock on
yeah,
wood.
hopefully, yeah. Touch wood. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Thank you.